start the program. A warm welcome. And I'm happy to see a few associate members, few new charter members who have joined us today. I have two updates to give you all as TiE members. One is about TiE Women program. You all know that Mysuru, as Mysuru chapter, we host TiE Women pitch competition every year. So this year we have started the registration, and we are happy to say that we have got around 19 registrations from Mysore, Mandya and other places. Thankfully, they've extended the registration date till end of June. So if you know anyone who is eligible to participate, please do encourage. It's only two criteria what is needed. One is that their company should have been registered on or after 2019. They'll be eligible. And they should hold 33% of the shares in the company as a women entrepreneur. So these are the two criteria. And the second update, as chair of TiE Women, it's Dr. Sri Lakshmi. You all know, she's heading it. We will have Dr. Bhagyalakshmi also join her as a chair for the program for 2026. And we will have Vidya Patel as co-chair for the program. Second update is about TiE University program. We are happy to share that the registration has already been started for TiE University. So any student who is interested pursuing entrepreneurship, has any idea, whether they're in idea stage or prototype or revenue stage, you can ask them to apply. The link has been circulated to all the institutions with whom we are tied up as one. Otherwise, the details are present in our website. You can please ask them to check. And the last date for registration will be end of July. So we have sufficient time, and we encourage our next founder students to register more. So these are the two updates I had. And there's another request. Since we have these competitions, a small gist I would want to give you all. How it happens is, first we'll have the filtration happen first level in our TiE Mysuru chapter. Then the mentors are assigned to whoever has been shortlisted, and then they pitch in for the final competition. In this regard, we would want our charter members or associate members who are experienced to please give their consent to mentor the students or the women participants. Or if you know anyone who is really good at mentoring, please do refer. I think my number is available in the group. So if you know someone who is really capable of, please do let us give the leads, is one thing. End my updates, and formally I'll call Mr. Pradeep to welcome the gathering.
All the board members, charter members and AMs, and especially our institutional members, okay, who have come today in pretty good numbers for this evening. Today what we have, like after a year or a break, we have brought back the TiE Mysuru open mic event, so where our AMs and couple of members get an opportunity to present their journey, the work that they are doing with their startups, okay? Share some of their practical challenges, seek feedback, solutions, and so on. So there are like 4 active members, okay, who's going to present their work today. Please actively engage with them, share ideas, share solutions, and share, I would say, kind of, and help them with their investments if possible, and enjoy the evening, okay, session. Thank you.
Welcome you all. Welcome to you also. May I request Anil? He's going to moderate the whole session. Basically, he would tell the rules for all the presenters, and we'll take it forward. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to TiE Mysuru Open Mic. My name is Anil Natarajan, and I'm a charter member at TiE Mysuru. Today is a very important evening for us as we restart the open mic event. We have a room full of entrepreneurs, aspiring founders, professionals, investors, mentors, students, and that's exactly what makes this event valuable and exciting. Today we have 4 founders who will share their stories, their journeys, their struggles, their challenges, And we as a community are going to help them with their businesses and enable to achieve their dreams and aspirations. Let's not forget, we as a community have over 2,000 years of collective experience. So I'm sure that will go a long way in helping new businesses. Second, we also have over 150 members today at TiE Mysuru. And I'm fairly sure many of us don't even know 1/4 of them. So this is an opportunity to connect, network, and grow. And I have a networking challenge for you. I would like everyone here to meet at least 3 new people whom they haven't met today. Yeah, I'm sure you would agree that one great conversation can be more valuable than an entire evening of presentations. So please take the time to network once we finish the open mic. Lastly, we aim to have the open mic every few months so that many more of us can share, reflect, and learn from each other. The open mic gives way to mentorship, better networking, education, incubation, and investing, the 5 founding pillars of TiE, and hence it's clearly very important. So now moving to the format of the open mic. Each speaker will get about 6 to 8 minutes to introduce themselves and their businesses, share their journeys, share their challenge, and share where they seek support. We have a buzzer that will first go at 8 minutes, and that's an alert for people to close up. 10 minutes is a hard stop. And the speaker is expected to wrap up their story. And after that, we will open up for Q&A. And we hope to have at least 3-4 questions and answers. Request the audience not to get into long conversations. We'll have more time for that over the networking dinner. So let's try to ask more questions, learn more, and leave it there and not get into a 10-minute one-on-one conversation. After the Q&A, of course, we'll break for dinner and networking. Okay, any questions? Okay, if not, I would like to kickstart proceedings with one final thought. Ideas are everywhere. Execution is hard. Community makes it easier. That's what TiE is all about, helping entrepreneurs learn fast, avoid mistakes, and support one another. So let's make this evening an engaging, candid, and useful event for all of us. Thank you. Thank you. With this, let me invite our first speaker, Santhosh Kumar, founder of Smiling Coders, to share his story and the challenges, and then we'll take it from there. Santhosh, stage is yours.
Hello everyone, good evening. First of all, I would like to thank TiE Mysuru and its organizers for giving me this opportunity to give a presentation about my companies and challenges that we face today. Let me start with a quick introduction. I'm Santhosh Kumar, founder and CEO of Smiling Coders Private Limited. I completed my BTech in computer science in 2014 and joined an MNC in Bangalore. I started there as an Oracle ERP NetSuite developer. Few years down the line, I started thinking about starting something on my own. I had some really interesting ideas back then. Something like starting a tea shop, starting a restaurant, or even a tuition center. General ideas that most entrepreneurs start with, right? Now, the problem is I didn't have any experience in any of these fields, neither did I have any capital to set it up. At the same time, I started getting some freelancing projects related to NetSuite ERP. As I started making some side income, the confidence grew. I thought, why not start a company related to this? So I went to my manager's office and told him that I would like to quit. I want to start something on my own. In my head, I was planning to build the next Infosys or TCS. 7 years later, I'm standing here asking for help. So clearly, that plan is working. So what exactly we do? Smiling Coders is a NetSuite service provider. Now, what is NetSuite? NetSuite is a cloud-based ERP. Think of it like a competitor to Salesforce, right? If you are a mid-sized company, it's like your operational or financial brain, right? So we implement NetSuite for companies we customize it for them, and integrate it with other systems. A very simple example. Let's say you're an online company selling t-shirts, and you have a website set up using Shopify. Now you have purchased NetSuite to run your financial reports. Now by default, these two systems don't talk to each other, right? You have your sales happening in Shopify, but you have to report your financials in NetSuite. So somebody has to manually copy the data between these two systems. Now the challenge is, obviously, when you manually copy it, the process is very slow, error-prone, and honestly a bit sad if you're doing it in today's world. That's where we come in. So we basically build connections that allow these multiple systems to talk to each other so that the data flows automatically, accurately, and seamlessly. Right? Now you may think of it as a very small, specific, and niche problem. But it seems like the world has just enough e-commerce companies with this exact same problem that has kept us in business for about 7 years now, touch wood. So, where are we today? Today, it has been a 7 years journey, right? We started this in 2019. I had registered this as a proprietorship. In 2022, we converted this into a private limited company. So we have about 7 years of experience working with international clients across US and Europe. We have a very lean team of about 10 members who deliver the work, and we are profitable as well. Now, this is the good part. But here is the honest part. 75% of our revenue comes from just 3 partners. So these are consultancies in US or Europe who sign the deals with the end client, but they do not have a team to do the end-to-end work. So they call us, we do the end-to-end work for them. So we are happy, they take care of client relationships, client is happy, at the end of the day, everyone is happy. But the challenge is we don't control this pipeline, right? We don't control how many projects we get. If any of these 3 partners have a slow quarter or a slow year, we end up having that problem as well. So it's like being a wedding caterer who's really good at preparing food, but you're dependent on just 1 or 2 wedding planners to give you all the bookings. We are almost praying that they never retire or they don't hire someone else. Right? We are facing some other challenges as well, like AI disruption. As you all know, AI is significantly disrupting how IT services work. A lot of the work we do today could be replaced by AI sooner or later. Now, we work with a lot of clients in US or Europe, but we don't have any physical presence there. That really prevents us from creating direct client relationships as well. So these are some of the major challenges that we are dealing with. So what have we tried so far? We haven't been standing still. We have tried few things to solve these problems. One of them is Upwork and freelancing platforms. We try to apply for direct projects through some of these platforms. The problem is a lot of these platforms provide very small projects, and it's very highly competitive because we are competing with a lot of independent contractors who can bid at a very low rate. LinkedIn content marketing. We post almost every week. We get some views, we get some likes. But as you all know, post-AI, LinkedIn has become extremely noisy. Everyone is posting something or the other. Finding the right audience with the niche market we have is becoming more and more challenging. Partner outreach. Again, just like every other company, we try to reach out to NetSuite partners, the end users through email or LinkedIn. And if, as it happens with most of the companies, most of the messages get ignored, right? You would have seen a lot of messages getting to your inbox as well, talking about different products and services. But because in today's world, the emails and all the data is so cheaply available, it becomes really challenging to stand out. AI product development. Now this one is interesting. We tried to develop our own product, to navigate this AI challenge. We built a platform where users can connect their system to our platform. They can connect to our platform and analyze their data, generate reports. They can also connect it to external systems. The problem is we built a really good product, but we have no idea how to sell it, right? Just like every other engineer, we know how to solve problems, no idea how to sell it. Okay. So what are we looking for? We are genuinely looking for some mentorship and advisors who can guide us on how to scale our business. How can we scale our revenue meaningfully? How can we navigate some of the challenges I talked about? If you or anyone you know has experience of scaling B2B service company and has navigated similar challenge, I would definitely love to connect during this session or post this session. So once again, I would like to conclude by thanking the organizers of TiE Mysuru for giving this opportunity. Thank you to each one of you for listening to me patiently. Thank you very much.
Okay, have you reached out to Oracle?
Yes, I've reached out to a lot of people working in Oracle.
No,
but
with your capabilities, have you reached out? See, you spoke about some connectors. What is the differentiators in the connectors? Can you metricize with your connector, what is the difference you bring into the NetSuite ERP?
Yeah.
Do you have that in your business plan?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you have it?
Yeah, so there are a lot of connectors out there.
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely. And the thing is, we have been working with these different connectors. There is something called Celigo. NetSuite has its own connector.
Yep.
And we have implemented all of those for different clients. And we understand the pros and cons for each of these.
Okay.
Some of these are more expensive. Some of them have certain limitations. So what we have tried to do while building that product is to implement some of the shortcomings. For example, there are not enough connectors who bring in the products from Shopify to NetSuite.
Correct.
Right? So the products are usually imported from...
Shopify has a challenge with all the OEMs.
Yes.
Okay? I'm pretty much aware. So if you want me to help you out, put a business prop to your selling to Oracle, reach out to me. I'll be able to support it out.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much.
How many of such players exist that you're competing with?
On the service side or the product?
Yeah, on the service side. Whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Right? How many smiling coders are there?
Too many. I don't have exact count, but I can think of at least 100 that I've reached out to direct.
On the NetSuite product of
Pure
Oracle.
NetSuite play, yeah.
So how would you differentiate yourself?
Yeah, I think we have been fortunate that we have good relationship with the three partners that I've talked about, right? And we have been successfully implementing all these projects, which means they keep coming back to us. So it's kind of word of mouth that has helped us, and experience of 12 years where we have good experience of technical part as well as the business part, right? So I would say word of mouth has kind of helped us survive.
And most of your potential customers are all in the US, is it? Or it could be Europe, US?
US and Europe, yeah.
And what has prevented you from having a reach to these continents, having your own offices? Is it purely based on investments or other reasons?
Yeah, honestly, we don't have any investors. It's all whatever we make as a business we implement. So I don't know how to set it up, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't know if we should set it up, the capital needed, and if it is actually required or not. So that's why I'm seeking help.
Yeah, because the reason I'm asking is you seem to be in a situation where you are hoping somebody will push the business to you, right? Rather than having any active pull mechanisms. So I don't know why you're doing that, but maybe we can have some conversations, and I'm sure Bharat can also help you. I mean, at the end of the day, as an entrepreneur, if you hope that somebody will keep pushing business to you, it's very tough, honestly, Santhosh.
Yeah, so honestly, because I don't have anyone who's based out of in US from my...
Entrepreneur who starts in India doesn't have anybody in US. You have to create it.
Okay.
You cannot say, I don't have anybody. Most of them won't have. So you have to start thinking, how can you pull more business? That's the only sentiment I leave you with.
Exactly.
First client for you sitting from India remotely, and how did you approach the client? Like it might be US or Europe. Because say for example, if someone wants to start a business, so how does one finds client?
Yeah, so back in 2019 when I started, it wasn't honestly very difficult. because back then LinkedIn or email marketing wasn't as noisy as it is today. So how it started is, it started with few students in US reaching out to me to train them in Oracle NetSuite. Right? As I started training them, I got more and more confidence. And then I thought, okay, this teaching students may not be a long-term business, so let me reach out directly to clients. So one day I just sent messages to hundreds of people across US, just sent a message in LinkedIn, and next day I woke up and I had 2 or 3 responses. And one of them is still a partner with us. So back then it wasn't very difficult, but today I think it will be a lot more challenging.
So you say ratio is around 100:2 or something?
That was back then.
Yeah.
Today it would be 1:1000 maybe.
Okay. So I need to just keep on spamming or something.
One thing you mentioned is you had 3 partners there in US who are your constraints basically right now.
Yeah.
So don't you think Oracle NetSuite itself is your constraint in a sense? What's preventing you from cross-killing, say, SAP or maybe something else also along with Oracle NetSuite? So that's my first question. Then the second question is, I'm not sure about this, but Shopify typically, when we use Shopify, so when we need to integrate with something, we look for the plugins. Yeah. Where actually they provide this free thing, and then they provide upgrading that and all those things.
Yeah.
So would there be some possibility of creating a plugin for maybe, you mentioned about migrating products from Shopify to NetSuite. So creating a plugin there, providing some free thing, and then making catching your customers that way. So.
Yeah, sure. To start with, honestly, I come from Oracle NetSuite background, right? And that's why we have been able to be in this business. Now, to start with a different vertical, I've thought of looking at Shopify, maybe doing Shopify development or looking into some of the other things like Salesforce or SAP. But lack of domain knowledge is one challenge on my side. I would have to hire someone who is really senior, who's good at it, who can build that client relationship similar to what we do in NetSuite. And finding that right person has been a challenge, right? It's always, there is a cost equation to it, especially when you don't have investors, you're putting in your own money. I would say maybe I'm playing safe, I don't know. But in my head, I'm like, NetSuite, I can do it really well. With something else, I don't know if I can do it, give the same quality to the customers when things are not in my control, because I have no domain knowledge in that. Right? So that is the one challenge. Second part, creating plugins. Again, our domain knowledge of Shopify development itself is limited. Right? We are strong with NetSuite domain. That's why we have created a platform that connects NetSuite to multiple platforms, including Shopify, rather than building something just within Shopify. So, but yeah, like you said, it's an idea we have explored, but we do understand our limitations. Maybe we are playing it safe. I don't know. I think that's something that I'm seeking to learn here as well.
We can take one last question now.
It's overseas, right? Looking for connectors, looking for direct clients overseas.
Yeah.
And that's what Ram was saying. You may have to hire people or you may have to set up an office.
Yeah.
But there could also be connectors sitting in India
who
are, let's say, bigger than you.
Yeah.
You are a 7 people, 10 people outfit. There could be a 100 people company, for example, who have much deeper relationships.
Sure.
Okay? But they're based here. So have you tried doing that?
Yeah, we had partners in India as well. There have been few challenges. One, honestly, I don't know if it applies to all, but largely most of the clients that we have worked with, getting payments from them have been a large issue, right? Whereas in US or Europe, they have terms and conditions, they stick to it. We get payments on time. I had a recent client I had to keep reaching out for 4 months, 5 months, and it was a very small amount. And then you think, is it really worth it, right? And maybe that's not the case with all the people out there, but it sort of creates that image. And also there is a price issue, right? Let's say there is a partner with 100 people who's charging, let's say, $50. Now, if he's working with someone in India, he would expect to just pay $10, $12. And that is a challenge, right? So that's where they would probably reach out to independent contractors rather than subcontracting it to a company. Because then we would also come at certain price, and what they get in the middle would be a lot less. So that is a challenge with partnering with Indian companies.
No, it's a fair point. My only one last point I want to make. I think your biggest challenge is you have only 3 customers today, right? That is your biggest challenge.
Yeah.
First thing is you have to make it 30.
Yeah.
Right? If that even means working for a lower amount, because then your revenues go up, then your confidence to do other things, getting a salesperson and all increases. Anyway, we can talk later.
Sure.
Thank you. I think that was a lovely start, B2B business, focusing on US and European clients. Now let me call Anil, xTrac.app. He's going to share about his latest startup, xTrac. xTrac AI. And let's hear from him, his story and his challenges and how we can help him.
Thank you everyone and good evening. Thank you for xCoders for introducing himself and covering half of my introduction. In fact, my journey was almost similar, like how he struggled in the beginning to start his startup and come up with an idea. But little different. I had a couple of failure startup and one successful exit. Plus, the main difference is he's making revenue. We are still having holding a purchase orders and still waiting for the revenue, right? So yeah, so we are xTrac AI, an agentic company platform where you can configure your entire organization without any engineers, just with your own vertical experience, like a domain experience. As of today, the biggest challenge is you have to hire an AI expert or a domain expert and combining both of them to convert your own organization into an AI first organization. And it's still a big question, like, can it be successful? So that's the reason I came across this self-evolving AI platform where it configures itself as you scale, as you talk to him, it changes itself, its own persona to your own organization persona. That's one part of our company product. Another part is a personal assistant where every one of you, no matter you have a company or you don't have a company, just like a WhatsApp, every one of you will get your own personal assistants which will spend rest of its life with you. Like you sleep, you wake up, you go shopping, everything it does for you. So yeah, let me start with, I'm going to present only the AI organization use case today for your business. Let's say it is not a vertical product, it is a horizontal product. It will adopt as per your organization. You have a university, you have a medical equipment pharmacy, or you have a pharmaceutical company, or you have a D2C brand, any brand, like you're selling it online, like in Shopify or anywhere. It will adopt as per your own persona or your own business persona. So the moment you land on our website, it's going to scan your entire website and get maximum details from the public data. Once it gets the public data based on your website, so what I'm presenting now is a D2C brand. We are demoing for a D2C brand now. Similarly, we can also do it for manufacturing, anything like that. So the moment you onboard, it is going to configure your entire organization. You can see the org chart is created, the agents are created, the department is created. It's all by itself without even touching anything, putting another prompt for there. So this is one of the D2C brand, like it created the entire structure. It also created the whole agentic cohort. So every agent has its own responsibility, it has capabilities, and it has its own tools. It configured by itself. And it's going to ask you the questions the moment it decides, okay, I need some information to proceed further. So it did ask you, what's your biggest challenge here? Is it order fulfillment or customer support or inventory, or I will say like everything, all. The moment you say all, it's going to recognize, okay, he is a startup. It will guess it. Okay, he has a problem with everything, and it is going to ask me further, and I'm going to keep saying all of it. So it's going to configure. It starts configuring by itself. You can see that live. And every agent is going to rename themselves according to the persona of your organization, right? Now, next comes, it further refines the questions like, okay, you answered me all those things. Okay, let me go ahead and deep dive into your organization. What is that you want to do first? I will still say, I don't know which one to choose. I'll just say all for it. Yeah, go ahead with all. So the moment I say all, it's going to further refine or start broadening your vision and organization and start configuring all the agents according to it. It started the refund agent, revenue tracker, voice agent, everything. You don't need to have any technical knowledge for this. So right now on the bottom you can see the and our xTrac agent is continuously monitoring rest of the agents, and it's going to prompt you what is next that you can do in the workflow. Let's say for example Shopify, like our other fellow member did talk about Shopify. Just click, with one click you can connect your entire Shopify, you can drive, and our agent is going to drive the entire Shopify by itself, including product listing, including marketing, sales, product, image generation, and anything that you can think of for Shopify. Not just that, it also promotes your product for other agentic platforms like ChatGPT or any other personal assistant agentic platform, which is going to be the future. So once it is done, it did identify some of the orders. Right now it's connected to Shopify now. It automatically fetched the orders. It said these are some of the order status. Some of them are paid, some of them are fulfilled. These are test orders live from Shopify. This is not a fake orders. So these are coming up, and it further said, okay, you are now ready with Shopify. What next? Okay, let's do the WhatsApp. It identified the brand that I onboarded is for India. So I identified WhatsApp is the next channel that you should definitely onboard. It came up with a WhatsApp option. It did prompt me. I just clicked on the WhatsApp and gave my number and my credentials. It logged into the WhatsApp right away and is configuring the WhatsApp further. It didn't stop there. It is configuring the entire WhatsApp. You all have seen a lot of business messages coming from WhatsApp, businesses or like brands. So all those things are driven by a separate agencies like WhatsApp agency, Shopify agency. So here everything you get in one single platform. You don't need to work with 5 different agencies. So WhatsApp is connected. Not just WhatsApp. You get all the channels like email, WhatsApp, everything can you pause it? All the channels can be connected right in one platform, and the entire customer service can be driven from here, including voice agent, WhatsApp, email, anything. Think of your own personal email or your own business email. The system configures itself. It also have a various options like auto respond. It knows your organization by this time. By the moment you reach the WhatsApp or email channel, it knows what is needed for your organization and what is that I should respond to a customer. You don't have to write a single email for your customer. You don't have to write you don't have to respond a single WhatsApp for your customer. It automatically responds. The moment it finds out something bad or something human attention is required, it immediately pops up. Can you proceed further? You can also further do the settings like draft. If you don't want the agent to auto respond, it will still draft the message and keep it for your review. So now I'm connecting the Gmail. You can see I am also connecting to the Instagram. A lot of you might have observed when you message to an Instagram, you automatically get a response from some of the very popular influencers. So that's nothing but a bot. This is how it is. The moment you connect, it is going to scan all the messages. Like one of our customers just sent a message and its draft is ready. The customer support agent did do the draft. Either I can discard or I can just click send, automatically send. Or you just set it in auto mode, it will automatically send without your consent. Yeah, continue. So like this, you can automate this entire channels for your own organization. And if you still want to do it personal, we have a mobile app where we call it as a Tracy for the mobile app, going to be released as early as, it's already there in the App Store, but next week we are going to release it publicly. So it's connected now. Let's say not just that. Let's say you all might have heard about Lovable, right? Like how beautiful it's to develop your own website. You don't need to go there anymore. Okay, you can just say, develop me a beautiful website or a Shopify or a dashboard. Automatically it is going to develop the dashboard. So I'm going to stop here. Just pause it here. I will take the questions because of the time, and I will also present based on the questions further. This is too much to digest because of agentic thing. It's all new. Yeah, please go ahead, sir.
Oh, what do you call your business? What business are you in? I'm saying, to me, the problem appears that you are everything to everybody. I'm saying you sound like CRM, you sound like digital marketing, you sound like you'll build websites, you sound like you'll do anything to anybody.
Can you proceed further for the integrations? Yeah. So yeah, you're right. That's the good and bad things that I'm hearing. But I don't want to settle for less.
What
It's a
is this
self-evolving
service that you're
agent.
offering?
Okay, this is a self-evolving persona for any organization. It's a self-evolving agent, we call it as.
That's number one, mouthful.
Yeah.
Okay. Number two, confusing.
Yes.
So
Agree.
it has to be clearer. I'm saying it has. You have to articulate what you are saying from a benefit perspective, not from a feature perspective. So think about it. You articulate it in the words of your customer, and I think you'll be able to land some of what you're saying
That's
better.
one of the requests that I have in the audience. Like, that's where I lack my skills, where to articulate, like you said. That's one request that I had in my pipeline, to discuss with you all. Sure. It's based on your organization. There's no one specific problem, that we say we will solve that. You just speak to our agent. It will auto-configure. It will give you the solution right in front of you.
What does the auto-configuration do?
Sure. Go ahead, sir. So sorry, go ahead. Astrology, by the way.
You should sound like a sharpshooter, not like a carpet bomber.
Yeah.
Sir, example, I have a D2C brand. Here, Srinivas here.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so what benefit I can able to get it? Is it this will go into my business? So are doing the GTM strategy for this? Or anything like that will going to increase my performance or efficiency?
Sure. If you're working with at least 2 to 3 different agencies, the agents are going to take care of itself with a human in the loop. Every day it's going to ask you, okay, here are the things that I did yesterday. Can you approve this or can I go ahead? And based on the pattern that you keep approving, it's going to adopt itself and take it as a, saying, can I continue with these approvals further without consent? You say yes, it will do the marketing. You say yes, it will do the sales. It will reach out to customers. It does the research.
BPO, okay, with 100 people.
Yeah.
Okay, and I receive daily thousands of questions of a similar kind.
Voice or email or?
Let's say email.
Non-voice.
Let's say non-voice.
Yeah.
So you are essentially saying, with time, the system will start answering them, and I can replace my agents.
100%.
And I can save money.
100%.
Okay. Yeah. Now I've at least understood what you're trying to do here.
Yeah. Not with the voice. Voice we have had to experiment because still it's costing 8 rupees per minute. I don't think our time is worth investing anything in voice at this time, and there are plenty of players in the voice. So we are talking to one of the voice integrator. We'll probably just go with one of the integrations. So this is one of the integration, by the way. So you say like you're everywhere. Yes, I agree with that. So can happen in one click. Let's say, for example, our fellow founders, Simply Coders did say they have challenges reaching out to so-and-so customers or getting the customers. All they have to do is just go ahead, onboard here, give your persona, like connect your organization, you connect your database. In the next 1 week, you will see it emailing to your customers. You will see it is sending a Instagram message to your customer, posting to your customers by itself. So anything that the data that you have Salesforce, if you need an intelligent layer upon it, right, they have it, but they work only with their own integration. They don't go with hundreds of integrations. They bought it. It's still like a humongous company. So there are people who wants to go with Salesforce. They want to go with Zoho, but we are like an integrator, intelligent integration layer who can connect. Salesforce is not a persona, by the way. Salesforce is not a persona AI. We are persona AI. When I say persona AI, I don't know. I'm finding it difficult to say persona. Right. So let's say if you want to adopt your organization to the Salesforce, okay, you need an engineer. Yes, I still need. One of my co-founder is a Salesforce guy. So he is one of the brain behind it as well. Yeah, it's coming, but we already done it. Agree with that. That's only open for their customers, or let's say, for example, if somebody want to buy, what's the cost of Salesforce, sir?
I'm sorry?
What's the cost of Salesforce?
We can talk that offline.
No, right. I'm
telling you, we can talk that offline.
Sure, please, yeah.
Right? But what I'm trying to ask you is, do you have any competitors? Or what is the benefit of adopting your product?
So
what is the benefit?
We are not vertical specific or vendor specific. We are not.
I understood that part where you are completely horizontal, right? Okay, but what is the advantage of adopting your AI tool in the market where there are so many people in the ecosystem?
This kind of persona ecosystem, we have less than 10 players across the globe.
Okay.
So number one, again, the adoption, like when you want to work with the Salesforce agents, again, you need an engineers, experts. We don't even need any engineers. You yourself, let's say if you're a founder or if you're a owner of a business company, just get on board to our platform. If you have the credentials for your own a Salesforce or anything like that, just go with one-click MCP. I mean, that's one MCP that we have designed, universal MCP, which can adapt to most of the, at least 50 platforms we have tested. It can adopt, including Salesforce. With one click, it will connect to the Salesforce. It will extract all your data, and it will tell you what is next step that you have to take. Correct.
Perhaps first Sachin needs some time to understand what your product is. And then I'm sure he can help you.
When I actually pitch to our customers, that's how I go. I will take 2 days, lead, and I will go with their persona, so they can get into their, agentic way of explaining. I don't deviate there. Whereas when I have an audience which are from different verticals, I will keep it as a generic.
Right. So I'll just give you a quick suggestion. I understand that whatever you're doing, your AI, persona-based AI can do everything, right? But what people don't understand, they don't engage with. So even if it is doing, let's say, 100 things, you have to focus on that one thing which is probably the simplest and the most beneficial use case for the audience as an entry point into their lives.
Yeah.
And after that, of course, once they started working with you, let's say so you just say that we are here to automate your marketing, for instance, your WhatsApp marketing or something like that, right? That's probably, you already know that there are 15,000 companies in the country which are the right kind of audience for you. So I'm going to enter their lives by doing that and really dominate that. And once we understand that and how they work, once we have an entry into the organization, then we'll talk about, while you can do a lot of things, but if people don't understand, just like how this room is questioning you, that is the same response that you will get from a lot of clients.
Agree with that, yeah.
So just focus on one thing, and even if you're doing 10 things, just say, we are doing this.
Yeah.
By the way, if you want something else, we can do that too.
Well, one last answer before I time out. Yeah. So the experience, we have pitched about, at least as of today, about 45 organizations as of today. And my pipeline is about 38 as of today, 4 onboarded. So most of them, like you said, they have their own problems. The moment I pitch, every single this 38 organization, I can barely see overlapping with each other. One need ERP automation, one need ERP migration. Yesterday, there's one company came up with Microsoft to Google Cloud migration, right? These are totally new for us. When I present, every single one of them will come back with their own request.
How do you pitch to an investor?
No, I'm not looking for any investor at that, because investors can't understand this time unless I go vertical. No, I'm telling you, that's the fact. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Why do you think any organization allow you to access everything without having that trust factor built in place? And your system integration is not been allowing that again in that same critical part. Why most of the ERP is still required? The first startup has been come and presenting it because the people wanted those kind of interventions. If the human is not in the loop, then I don't think you cannot say that is open up your entire organization. I'll do the magic for that.
Yeah,
with very unlikely. So you may doing with your customer, you are telling that, so you go with one interventions and then talk about it, and then there are maybe a restriction, because I don't think every softwares are open to integrate with another.
That's the governance that we have designed. Behind our software, there's a governance stack.
Still, you will hit the hurdle, because other softwares, other data protection, security, safety will come in place. Wherever it is not there, you will free flow will be there. Otherwise, a lot of these things will come as a kind of barrier.
Yeah, through our journey, that's what we are doing. We are like now Meta certified, Meta partner, Meta tech partner. We are Amazon tech partner now. And
thank you very much.
Yeah, sure.
Anil, but you did not say what you want from us.
So number one, I'm looking for a domain expertise. So my way of selling the product is like Mr. Sir said, like sales channels, right? Like a vertical channels. If you are a expert in manufacturing, within manufacturing EMS, then I'm looking for a channel partner who can start his business, implement our product, take it into that vertical. And if you are into schools, take it into schools vertical. And if you are into universities, take it into universities.
You're looking for a channel partner at domain level.
Domain level, yes. Because I can't, even though I have my product is horizontal, I can't implement everything unless I sit with some experts like professor or administrator and do it. If I do that, then I can't do more innovation on my product. So I want that channel partners to be engaged. We have already 4 channel partners as of now for various vertical. I am looking for more.
That was quite an interesting and persistent pitch, I must say. Next, let me call upon Akash M. Akash is the founder and CEO of Amritava Private Limited. He's also a third-year mechanical engineering student. And I had the privilege of talking to him a few times before his pitch today. And I think he's got something very interesting. So let's hear from him. Akash, over to you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Akash M. So I'm the founder and CEO of Amritava Private Limited. So about me. So I'm Akash M, third-year mechanical student at PSC Mandia. And I am Innovation Ambassador of IISc PSC. And I am IPR lead of IISc PSC and placement coordinator. And my family background is my father is a fabrication contractor and my mom is a she works in pharmaceutical distribution. Apart from academics, so I love cycling, carom, and I love research and innovation thing. I got 3 patents in my name. And why Amritava? So let me tell why Amritava. So basically, we deal with 2 problems. So one is the plastic waste. So India alone generates about 9.5 millions of plastic waste annually, which are 43% contributors from single-use plastic, which is like paper, plastic cups, plates, spoons, and even the plastic covers also. And another shocking fact is only 9% are recycled annually. In Mysuru, 600 to 700 tons of plastic waste will be produced daily, which is data driven from 2025. And another problem statement which we are dealing is the sugarcane bagasse waste. So India is the second world's biggest developers of the sugarcane, which is after processing of the sugar. So there is a bagasse waste. Previously, what they used to do is they used to burn. So a lot of smoke used to come with bagasse. So that way we identified the gap and we invented a product. Basically the material we invented, and it is a patent-backed innovation. So this is the product which we have done. So the key factor of our products are it is heat resistance up to 120 degrees Celsius, and you can use it. It is micro oven as well as freezer friendly also. So you can use it in micro oven, even if you can use it in freezer, so it will be adaptable. And it is animal safe, so herbivorous animals, if it consumes, so it won't harm it. So even you can give it as a feed for animals. And another thing is it is water resistance also. So post usage, so you can use it as biofertilizer as well as biogas if there is a biogas setup. So then market validation. So pilot testing has been done. And another thing is we got very good interest from Odisha government, and another we got positive response from University of Mysuru. So a few professors we have been contacted with them. And next is we got interested from 10 plus local vendors in Mysuru, just like Pani Puri, Gobi and Churmuri sellers and all. So we got 10 plus interest from them. So then achievements and recognitions. So we are the winners of IDE Bootcamp 3rd edition, so which was hosted by AICTC and MIC, Ministry of Innovations and Education, which was an initiative from Prime Ministers. And we were told that we will get an opportunity to present our products in front of our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi sir. So we got that opportunity. So basically due to his busy schedule, so the timeline has been extended. So then we were the first runner-up in CMTI Bangalore, so which was held by Ministry of Heavy Industries, and we were the top 100 teams in Eureka 2025, Asia's biggest business model canvas, business model presentations. So, and startup pilots. So other than this, we got several national level recognitions as well as state level recognitions also. And we have been currently incubated at PS Next Incubation Center. And early market validation and customer tractions have been done. So then what we require from TiE Mysuru is we are expecting support for market expansion, and we are expecting manufacturing support and scale up and customer connect, as well as we are looking for machinery machinery support and market validation we are actually looking into. Then thank you. This was the brief about my Amritva story. So I'm open to questions.
You can make it that as eatable product also. After completing, like when if someone eats in chomuri or gobi, you can make it as eatable. Because I've seen in Shark Tank, in India, someone has made that as eatable also product.
Okay.
Basically, after eating that, someone will eat the spoon also along with it. They have made it as tasteable product also. You can just make it. It will become. You can make more money from that. You can generate the revenue also.
Okay, we'll look into it. And another thing I forgot to tell you, so to manufacture that particular plate, so it will cost around 38 paisa only. It is cheaper than plastic. Why? Because we are into waste to worth like proposition, so it will cost around 38 paisa to manufacture a single plate of that.
This is single use and throw.
Yeah, use and throw. But if you use, like if you wash it, you can use it like twice or thrice. So if you use it scrubber, we won't recommend it.
What's the retail price?
Retail price, like we are like matching the plates of our competitors like Areca nut as well as the paper plate. Like if you like ask me the products, so based on it the price will be varied, sir. For that cup which you are holding, it is 2 rupees. So the spoon which you are holding, it's cost around 1 rupees. Again 2 rupees.
How there the AI can help for this?
No. It's a natural binders, so which is like food grade only. But I cannot disclose you the binders as it's patent IPR issues. So it is food grade only. We for if I give 2,000, so they will give 10 tons of sugarcane bagasse. So which is a huge amount. So no problem in procuring of bagasse.
They are in Mandi.
Rice, yeah, we can use the rice husk, but as we got patent on bagasse, so like firstly we are getting into the market with bagasse, so then we will focus on other materials also.
Is there any chance that you can reduce the size of the thickness?
Yeah, we can reduce the size, as like my unique value proposition is the material. So I can reduce the thickness, I can make it flexible, I can make it hard, however I want. The proportionality limit of the binder and the reinforcement binder, if I alter it, I can achieve any kind of that thing.
Can this be composted or can this be... Can this be composted or can this be recycled or something like that?
Yeah, it is composted. Like if you put it in a soil, so it will take around 30 to 40 days. It will be completely decomposed. And it will be act as fertilizer. Because the material which we have used, so it will help soil to get nitrogen amount very high.
Yeah, hello.
Like we are getting powder, sir. So we will from sugar factories. So they will like we will get in a powder way. So it is not that much hectic to manage, sir.
Yeah.
Incubation center itself.
Yes, sir. No. Like we have got support from PS Next Incubation Center. So the registrations and the initial support have been done through PS itself.
So what is the next step you want? Like you said, machinery required.
Yeah. Like. Yeah, the capital cost like which we are like looking into is around 10 lakhs for the machineries. So if I got the machineries, then I can get into a like scale up. Mold cost, it will be differ, sir. So it will be like 50,000 per mold, 50 to 30,000 for different shapes.
Yeah.
I have even different products I have been made. So I have made yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I'm Jay here. So last year, thanks to TiE, I was mentoring a startup, the kids from MIT College for the same product, but a pocket-friendly one.
Okay.
So I have gone deep down for a proper research on this product, right? Now, first thing is that to produce this, you need a mold.
Yeah.
The mold starts from at least 30 lakhs to 35 lakhs.
No,
Yeah.
like we are going with the heat press, sir. Heat press. This the like which product?
But
I'm
then
showing?
if you do heat press, then your product cannot last long because you said you want to wash it. So after you wash it, have you tried it?
No, like I said, only one or twice. That's what we recommend.
Can't do more than once. Because the problem is if you do heat press, there's also a problem of fungus. So you can't store it for too long.
It is antimicrobial. So the binding agent which we are using, so it is antimicrobial. So no fungus kind of thing will be attacked by our product.
Is this 100% Bagasse, or are you also using the food grade plastics in this?
No, 100% Bagasse. No plastic.
Then I think you have to just do a proper research on the machineries, because it's a very expensive setup. Even though your to manufacture is cheap, but the machines require, you said 10 lakhs, trust me, you require at least 75 lakhs to 1 crore to put up the plant. It's not a small plant at all.
Like for making this product, sir, so we have identified the machineries from Coimbatore, so which we got quotation is like 10 lakhs itself. So that's in that machine only I have produced these different items.
Okay, just recheck though again.
It's restricting to some products he has made. If they have a new product. So what is also interesting.
Hi. So, commendable what you are attempting to do, but a couple of things. One, you don't need to overstate the problem to sell your solution. For example, India has the highest rate of plastic recycling. Okay, go to PACE. PACE is plastic, whatever association, also works with the government. Okay, India has the highest rate of recycling of plastic. Okay, give the devil its due. Your solution is a fantastic solution, but it's not the most perfect solution on this planet. I'm saying it's when people are saying something, I mean, you don't have to, hit every ball for a six. Please don't get into that, mode. If he's saying that he has worked with somebody and, has walked in their shoes for 2 years, I'm saying instead of listening, you're trying to dismiss what he's saying. So, two things. One, surrender to the problem, but without really dismissing the existence. Plastic is there for a reason. Okay, India has the highest rate of plastic recycling because, even this fetches somebody a few paisa and therefore it goes back into something. Okay. Second, please don't be, dismissive of what somebody says. You're a student and I feel the future is bright going by what you have achieved so far.
Sure, sir.
Just adding into that, it's a massive thing. That's exactly what Jay is telling, what Ravi is telling. And importantly, as you are not highlighted any competitions in this segment or maybe in this category itself, that itself gives another thinking process to even look at the challenges of the manufacturing and the market side of the challenges as well. So, taken the product need is there and looking at all other aspects, long way to go. All the best.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Hello. I just have another suggestion. You can just make it use in like marriage functions also. Like when they are serving, for the buttermilks or everything, you can make use of your product, you can promote it there. So you can take that. Also in this event also you could have promoted here.
I'll look into it. I'll do it.
Yeah. So the reason why I spoke of plastic, the biggest investment for banana leaf based products like this, okay, came from the country's largest plastic manufacturer. Okay, pet bottle manufacturer, the largest. Shiv knows about it. So, yeah, so be careful about what you say is what I'm just trying to say.
Okay, sir.
And, just for your update, I was just mentioning over here that last year, because of JS's step that they have over here, there were 2 young women who came forward last year and they presented the Bagasse-based cups. So coming to competition, as what Shiva said, I think you should be aware of that too, because I think there are many players already in the market. So it's better that you are aware of, what's there and what better you can do. Nothing else.
Okay,
so all the best.
Thank you, sir.
I think in case if you can really work on that antifungal procedures that you can adopt for your product, there's a lot of opportunity for you to export. When it comes to export, the shipment travels more than 30 days to other country. If this product can sustain the quality of the fungal problem, I think Mongolia is the country which is looking forward for such kind of products. I recently had a talk with one of the decision maker there. So there's a good opportunity for you to do it. Brilliant concept. No matter how many competitors there, you just have to stand out. Think about winning. Go ahead. All the very best.
Sure. Then the customer connects I need. So to like market validation. Like basically local street vendors, like we have targeted local street vendors, the restaurants and the cafes. So like I'm planning to start initially from Mysuru itself. So these three initially I will be targeting. So future on, like we will be like tying up with someone who needs.
Hello.
In my college itself, sir. My professors.
Hello. So, yeah, I just have another this thing. You can connect it with either Nandini, KMF, or Amul. You can just, because it's local farmers, they support all these kinds of things. Because our Nandini is also with local farmers supported. So you can try it with that.
Sure.
Tying up.
Sure. I'll look into it. Okay, we'll get in touch with you. Sure, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Next, I call upon Sachin Bhandary, who runs this company called StoryCo. He's going to share where he is on his journey and what are his challenges and the support he requires. Sachin, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. Okay. My name is Sachin Bhandary. I am a leadership storytelling coach and trainer. So I run this company called the StoryCo, where I help leaders turn everyday stories into influence. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm actually here to talk about something else, which I think most of you have probably interacted with a lot more, which is my Instagram handle called xTrac Sachin. But before I get into that, I will share a little bit. Of course, all the other people who presented had really important and serious stuff to say. I am a bit vain, so we'll talk about some things which are not so important, a little bit more fun. So I'll take you to a time where I actually used to be in public relations for about 8 years. And in 2014, I decided to do something which only crazy people do, which is I quit my career and I traveled to about 14 countries in 18 months, doing a project called the 12 Project. 12 months, 12 countries, 12 challenges. And in that year and a half that I traveled, there was one place that I went to, which is called Santo Tomas. It's a small town in Peru, high up in the Andes. A lot of people go to Cusco to go to Machu Picchu, just like how people come to Mysore to go to a Wayanad or a Ooty, right? The same way you go to Cusco to go to Machu Picchu. But there's another place 180 kilometers from Cusco, which is called Santo Tomas, which is active only on one day, which is Christmas. So what happens on Christmas Day is the entire town gets together and they form a huge circle and people fist fight each other. Why they fist fight and all that, I'll get to that later. So I took up the challenge of participating in this fighting festival. So you'll see what happened. So I'm going to play that video now, if it's working. You have to put the play button.
But I was not going to leave this town without taking part in this tradition myself. And I went out and looked for an opponent. And finally, when I fought, this is what happened.
My friend says, तेरे को अगर मार ही खानी थी, you didn't have to go or travel so far away, right? I would have done the honors. So I think I deserve a round of applause for going to Peru and getting my face punched. No? Come on. Yeah, but the point is that I've always been interested in stories. So if you look at Santo Tomas Takanakui basically is a tradition where people get together on Christmas Day in that particular town. And they say that if I have a problem, let's say with Anand, I will wear a mask, I will get into the arena, I'll say, Anand, I want to fight you. Now, because he's a man and he has to restore his honor, he will step in. He has to step in. And the idea is that nobody wins the fight. It's not a winner or loser. The idea is that whatever problem that you have with each other on that particular day, you get rid of that problem and you start the new year on a completely clean slate. Now, this story was fascinating, and that is why I went to this place and eventually participated. I wrote for a lot of publications during that time, for Mint Lounge, for Forbes Live, for Roads and Kingdoms, etc., etc. And of course, other things have happened in my career. But about a year and a half ago, I realized that I've come to Mysore and I cannot just be a regular resident, in the sense that I can't take the city for granted, and I need to have the traveler's mindset or the traveler's eye even here when I'm in Mysore, which is how I started narrating these stories of things that fascinated me about the city's history, its monuments, its buildings, etc., etc. And, to my luck, a lot of people started liking these stories. So today, we can go to the next slide. Next slide. I mean, I've written a lot of interesting stories. Like, for instance, there's a religion called Candomblé in Brazil, which is a mixture of Christianity and ancient African faiths. So if you want to talk about all of these things, of course, I'm available. But in about a year and a half, the xTrac Sachin, History, Mystery and Stories of Mysuru, is close to 21,000 followers, and I think a lot of people in the city have to be thanked for that, for supporting and for following. And it's been an absolute privilege, to be able to find out more about the city and to narrate these stories and to get, people to fall in love more with this city itself. While all of this is great, I think what I am looking at now, and I'm trying to figure out, and it's a question that I also asked a gentleman called Manish Pandey, who is Ranveer Alabadia's content coach, and he's really coached a lot of content creators over the years, as to what is it that I'm supposed to do next. While I understand that I started it as a hobby project, I wasn't expecting this kind of a response. Now that I have this response, and I know that a lot of people are interested in these stories, where do I take it next? I have a few broad ideas, but I also want to ask you, what do you think xTrac Sachin, I mean, the handle name can change in the future, that's fine, but what kind of stories should I narrate? And while we go deeper into Mysore's history, how do I also go broader in terms of, history or stories from other parts of the country, other cities? What kind of themes do you think I should research and stuff like that? That's what I'd like to know. Let's go to the next slide. Yeah, so these are all stories. So this is one story that I narrated about Mahabaleshwara temple, which is Chamundeshwari temple Pagdalle ide. A lot of people do not know its history. It's actually older than Chamundeshwari temple. And it has a very, very rich past. Not just that, recently did a story on the Java factory, which I didn't know would touch so many chords. A lot of people sent me messages saying that my father used to work at this particular factory, so I have really interesting memories of this place. The Royal Church of Mysore, I mean, there's a church which is right next to suburban bus stand, and a lot of us cross, but we don't know the history of that particular place, right? So I believe that if we are able to narrate the story of any corner of the city, that corner comes alive. And that's how people start paying more respect and attention to those kind of places. We'll go to the next slide. No, we'll not play this video. But so I want to keep it short. What I would like to understand are three things. Next slide. Number one, if you were somebody who was partnering with me on the content itself, what would you think are the kind of stories that should be narrated on this Instagram handle of xTrac Sachin, where we go deeper into Mysore's history, but also broader? Because one of the things that I've realized that narrating stories in English, which is the language that I'm most comfortable with while I'm speaking, there is a cap in terms of number of people that the handle can sort of, people will keep following. So I think the cap is about 100K. If I continue to narrate only, yeah. So it gets translated. That's true. It does get translated, but it's also Mysore as a city. If that is the only focus that I keep, that also brings in certain amount of limitations. So then it is only people who are either from Bangalore, from the city of Mysore, or people who have some kind of connection to the city. So while we keep that as one of the important aspects of the content, what are the other kind of stories that I can narrate on this handle? That is number one. I think we'll go one by one if I can get response to this question. And not just broad themes, but also specific ideas.
To respond to this because I come from a PR background. I also try to call myself a storyteller of sorts. I have also visited 52 countries, including Cusco, Peru, Ollantaytambo, Machu Picchu, all of those. And I am also famous for fist fights. Okay, but not necessarily in Peru, anywhere. Okay, so yeah, I feel, you said you want to go deep into Mysure's history. To be brutally honest, you can't do that without becoming dishonest after a point, without starting to exaggerate after a point, without running out of stuff to talk about after a point, if it's just about history.
Yeah.
Okay? And there are enough people doing that. Therefore, I feel the flavor of Mysore is better captured in slice of life kind of stuff rather than in history. And given that you have storytelling skills, slice of life lends itself better to your style. We can talk more about that later.
Okay. Give me an example of slice of life.
I mean, anything that happens in a city on a random day, an old man sitting next to a cobbler and having a cup of tea with him, Sogade bear juice that you can get on a Prabha Theatre road, and people flocking to it and considering it a health drink and gulping it down.
Got it.
I said 100 things. We can talk about
and
it.
it's history, mystery, and stories from Mysuru. So I'm not necessarily only focused on history. Yeah. Fair point. Thanks.
Hi Sachin, Jay here again. Are you open to explore cities outside Mysore?
100%, yes.
So why don't you be a motivational factor to revive a Chanpatna toys market or the handicrafts market?
Okay.
I think that's going to be a game changer for the people there, for their livelihood, and maybe you can be a motivational aspect for them. And similarly, recently I saw your video on even the Rasbale, this thing. I think I sent you a personal post too.
Yes.
So I think with modernization in our lives, the culture we Indians, I think, is subsiding, right? So I think why don't you be a motivator factor to revive that aspect. Now, I'll just give you a small example. So now, through my company, right? Now, we are reviving the Indian music, right, to the world. Now, recently I was there for a cafe launch and I saw that and I'm like, why isn't this showcased to the world? Why are we just following techno or few other things? And, our Indian music is beautiful.
Sure.
So now this is what we are focusing on.
Sure.
Now, why don't you be a motivational factor for the people?
Music. Okay. Cool. Super. Thanks.
Sachin, from a TiE perspective, of course, some board members are more integrally involved in these conversations, but one of the pillars that we want to focus on is promoting Mysuru as a destination for cultural entrepreneurs. Not just promote people who are already in entrepreneurship using culture and heritage as a foundation here, but also can we woo more and more people who have businesses, which are foundational on heritage and culture to move to Mysore. And we are trying to see how do we build an ecosystem that promotes such entrepreneurs. How can we bring more innovation to them? So can you take old content and package it in a new way? Can we bring innovation and all that? So why I'm sharing this is from a chapter's perspective also. It'll be great if you can cover more on cultural entrepreneurship opportunities. Right. So what he was talking about, Rasabale exports is a cultural entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
At some level. Chennapatna toys. So why can't Chennapatna toys be reimagined for Christmas purposes? right? Why should it be the same 10 patterns that they have produced for the last hundreds of years, right? So if you look at cultural entrepreneurship, there are probably about 1,000 possible entrepreneurship ideas floating in and around Mysore.
Got it.
So can that be a focus area? Is a loud thinking from my side.
Good. Fantastic. Thanks.
Hi, Sachin. Which I'm the beneficiary. And I've sold some more Rasabalis after this. Thanks to you. In a wider perspective, I thought a subject you can handle is managing the uncertainties. Like any ecosystem, maybe you can think of beyond Mysore or anywhere else. There's so many uncertainties. Call it an entrepreneur, call it an investor, whatever. There's a lot of uncertainty in your daily life or maybe in the systems you operate. How do you manage this? Maybe you can take examples of domain, maybe healthcare or food systems, whatever. I think that can be a hot topic elsewhere. I have not seen anybody managing. No.
Say that one more time. Managing uncertainty.
Yes.
Is what you
yes.
said. And through who are the people who are managing the? I didn't get.
No, it can be investor. It can be an operator in any domain you think, and he has invested or he is an entrepreneur there.
Right.
So how does he manage maybe you can take good examples how they manage. You went to Peru. Right. There were some uncertainties. You still dare to go. So that can be a motivation aspect, but still, maybe you can take the predictive aspects also. Like even in uncertainties, you predict something and go ahead. So I think that can be a good subject.
Hi Sachin, I'm here, Anil, the least qualified, opposite to Shankar sir. Okay, the answer to your question, like how can we monetize the influencer thing? Not the question, my thoughts about how do we monetize your business, right? So you have the customers right here. Myself and probably him. We are the startups looking for influencers like you who can actually promote, okay? A lot of products gets promoted because it's a trending product, right? Like his product is trending and nobody knows about my product. People want to hear something new, something new, trendy, which they have never heard of. Okay, so that's something. I don't know if you're interested only in historic places or only in the geographies. But
not necessary.
But this is something in technology world. Definitely, there's a lot of trending stuff. Just pick up one product, whichever you think, this is something I never seen. This is something I should do, and promote. And people like us are ready to pay for it, or you can take a revenue contribution after. A lot of influencers are doing it, in fact.
Sure.
Just to give you one such example, I just posted for one of the influencer group just last week, my own product, just 2 minutes demo of a clip. And I got about 20,000 emails. You believe it or not, 20,000 emails from the influencers group about saying, okay, we are ready to promote. But I'm not ready yet, so we'll go there.
Okay.
Sure. So that's something, I think it's a mutual help for everyone.
Thanks, Anil.
Right? What is your end goal? Right? At the end of the day, you can talk about entrepreneurship, you can talk about history, you can talk about slice of life, you can talk about companies.
Right.
But what is your end goal?
Yeah. So I do have a broad idea of what I want to do. The reason why I generally don't rebut when somebody gives an idea or a suggestion is that people have taken the effort to do so. So it's my job to figure it out. I'm right now just ideating, right? I'll figure out what works or what fits into the role so for me, the idea is that I've started with Mysore. Eventually, I would like to, the phase 2 of this journey would be history, mystery and stories from Mysuru and Mangaluru, because I'm from Udupi. My roots are in South Canada. I'm a Tulu, my family speaks Tulu. That's the second phase. The third phase, I would like it to be history, mystery and stories from Karnataka, right? And eventually what I would like to do, maybe 3, 4, 5 years timeline, is history, mystery and stories from South India. So even if the question is, why are South Indians better at chess? Or questions related to freedom fighters from South India, who probably did not get their due in otherwise the pop culture. And stuff like that. So everything that's related to South India is where I want to get to. Of course, history is a part of it, language will be a part of it, culture will be a part of it, business will also be a part of it, but the only thing I want to keep constant is that I would continue to narrate these stories in English while I'm comfortable in many languages. But I think this is a language that I tend to express myself the best. So my future goal or vision would be that the handle then becomes the South Indian, not eccentric Sachin, but the South Indian. And maybe then it can grow with multiple creators also, doesn't just have to be me. So it could be maybe a creator from Coimbatore who is doing stuff related to Tamil Nadu. Or somebody from Kerala doing stuff related to that. So that's the journey that I have set out. It's not a business journey in a technical sense or practically speaking, because I didn't start it to make money. But of course, if there are opportunities to monetize it, I'm not going to shy away from that as well. So that's my next question to all of you. So this goal of starting phase 1 Mysore, then doing Mysore, Mangalore, then doing Karnataka, while continuing to having at least 1/3 of the focus on Mysore, and then eventually South India, is that something that you think would be of interest to the audience which is sitting in this room? Forget what happens to everyone else.
I'll go back to what Ravi Shankar said, right? You're keeping your history and mystery as constant.
History, mystery, stories, yeah.
Right? History, mystery can only sell that much.
Stories also. Stories.
Yeah.
History, mystery, and stories is, as long as it's an interesting story, I will narrate it. Of course, there needs to be some element of people or place in it. So for instance, I won't do a random, tech startup which is working with US clients and I'm talking about it, unless and until, let's say, the founder is from Mandya, from a small village, and how he had to overcome a lot of challenges to be able to get the kind of success that he did. So there has to be some sense of people or place or history for it to be associated. So that's the angle that I need to find, and that's my job, right? So sometimes I will, sometimes I won't, but that's okay.
No, and to what Anil said, my louder thinking for you, Sachin, is how much do you want to commercialize what you do? Are you doing this actually to be a contributor to the local ecosystem, or do you actually want to create a commercial model out of what you do?
The commercial model is optional. It's not a prerequisite that I will only do it if it gets commercialized. I'll continue to do it even if this doesn't pay. No, it is not. This doesn't pay me. I mean, it's zero. I haven't made a single rupee from xTrac Sachin till date. Yeah. I mean, of course, the bigger wealth is that it's connected me to so many people, opened up so many doors, so many conversations, etc. And I think that pays a lot more than what money can buy, right? So I'm probably more interested in that than the money that it can bring.
Sachin, but when you eventually move to 1 million followers, then it will start monetizing itself, right? So you don't necessarily need to think of a commercial model.
100%. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the commerce should happen. Yeah, should happen along the way on its own and not be the end goal of. So yeah. So if I go, yes, Kishore, please.
Probably my suggestion would be for the next upcoming episode, that could be one of the episodes that you can do. There are quite a few products that are prefixed with the name of Mysuru. For example, Mysore Silk or Mysore Villadile or Mysore Anand Swami. I think you need to just throw some lights or probably spend some time to create some content about it, because that is something which is closely fading off and people are forgetting. The Gen Z does not remember or recognize who is Mysore Anand Swami or Raja Anand Swami. I think throwing lights a little bit about that could be a good one. Yeah. And along with that, I'm tagging a question: what is the driving force behind, these things that you're doing? Making stories and things. Yeah, that could be an answer I'm looking for. Thank you.
The driving like I said, even when I quit my career and I traveled through so many places, so many countries, I realized eventually that I wasn't really trying to go to new destinations. I was just chasing interesting stories. So as long as there's an interesting story that I can unearth and I can narrate to people, I think that is what drives me. I really enjoy the process of reading up, talking to people, understanding something interesting that a lot of people do not know, and thankfully have the skill to be able to narrate that back to people through the digital medium. So that's what drives me. Yes.
Okay, I think.
Yeah, time up.
Time to wrap up. Okay. So thank you, Sachin. It was fantastic.
Thank you everyone for the opportunity. Thank you for the ideas. Really appreciate this.
As soon as I'm here, it means that it is a session for vote of thanks. Pleasure to be always there on the TiE Mysuru, rendering the vote of thanks for the open mic session as well.
Indeed, the TiE Mysuru extends heartfelt greetings and thanks to all the people who involved here in giving suggestions and going with Q&A sessions throughout. So special thanks to all the presenters for this open mic session, Santhosh, Akash, Anil, and finally Sachin. I think Anil, I hosted the same open mic session when you presented in the earlier version of TiE Mysuru, in fact. And Akash, the doors is very near to you to knock to TiE Mysuru because we have TiE U which is open. So you can directly apply as a student member to participate in TiE University Global Pitch Fest competitions where the registrations are already open. So we have Shiv Shankar sir here. And even I am part of TiE U program as well, so we can get connected and closely being connected because I do come from a mechanical engineering department as a professor in MIT. So beyond to that, in the absence of our beloved president, Mr. Bhaskar Kalale, and the board members as well as charter members, I heartily thank them in their absence. We thank Mr. Ram Kevlur, Rajini Madam and other board members as well as Anand Natarajan sir for coordinating this event. So hope we see some better, prominent businesses out of this open mic sessions. We also look forward for rendering some good support to the entrepreneurial enthusiasts who are sitting in the auditorium, wherein the TiE can contribute through any of its vertical where if it is can. So thank you so much everyone, and I hope you all have a great dinner ahead. Thank you. One more announcement from TiE that we have the t-shirts and caps available outside the door here. So if anybody is interested, kindly do purchase it. So yeah, it's look forward for even people who can buy those. Thank you so much.